Oh my god, that drama is doing a good job in making me cry. Oh my god. Consult your conscience and turn a blind eye from your friend's death. No! Yes, she is! Yoongnim's friend! Man, in the last review, when I said that they were leading it up to a pretty good fight scene, I was right. They did a good job filming it, choreographing it, mixing in with physical contact, with wire work and spirit power. Again, they did a pretty good job. So I wrote a lot of stuff down. I did not want to miss any moment. So at the beginning of the episode, the counters meet up with the mayor. Somun activates the territory and they fight. The mayor obviously has the upper hand. He's powerful. Somun realized that. And then the mayor just kicked their asses and he also breaks Somun's leg. I'm trying to get that sound out of my head. That was really oozy for me. Anyway, so as he was beating up everyone, Somun, he's like dragging his feet and, he's just getting more powerful. He lifts up the debris with his powers and starts throwing it at the mayor. And then the mayor then gets his ass kicked. And as Somun was on top of him, trying to exorcise the spirit out of the mayor, we find out that he has his grandparents hostage inside the car. And we see the car drive up. And then, if that's not enough, we see him controlling a truck that is going to hit the car. And I'm like, yo, that's such a dirty move. But then Motak and Hana was like, yo, we got this. Hana is trying to push the car away. Motak is trying to stop the car with his strength, but they can't because the evil spirit's power is pretty strong. But then someone was like, you know what, I'm going to get you. And as he was exercising the power out of him, obviously the evil spirit's power gets weaker and then they're able to move the car and stop the truck just a bit. Oh, and also Jangmul joins in. And then out of nowhere, the evil spirit has just a little bit of a trick up his sleeve to take the shape and form of Somun's mom. I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. But then Mayok did convince him to snap out of it. It's not your mom. It's not real. And then he goes ahead and exorcises the spirit out. That's done. They stop the truck. They move the car. His grandparents are safe. The fight scene done, over. They did a pretty good job with that scene. Then we see Somun with Wigan in the spirit immigration place where the evil spirit gets sent to another, I guess hell, I guess. So as it was time for Somun to see his parents, we see Chongshin coming in. And then Wigan was like, blah, 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 you're a criminal, I'm going to send you away. And as she was sending him away, he said, you think the fight is over? It's not over. You're going to die. And the people around you are in danger and they're going to die. Now, when I heard that, hinting of season 2? Maybe? I don't know. But I think it'll be pretty cool if there was a season 2 and Chongshin comes back. And now back to the spirit immigration office, I guess the white room, and we see all of the people who got their souls taken from the evil spirit. We see Changgyu, his lackey. They realized that they're dead and they started praying. First it was his lackey and then Changgyu started playing. Like at first, it was kind of funny, but then I kind of felt bad for them too. But anyway, and then we see Somun seeing his parents, and his parents turn around. He sees them. They see him. Not much of a interaction, but I can't really blame the parents. I mean, the last thing that they remember was their little boy son, in the car. And to them, that was yesterday. But then Wigan told them that it's been 7 years now. And the boy right here, he saved you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So someone is going to say, hi, I'm your son. Hi, mom. Hi, dad. Nope. He doesn't say anything. And the parents are just heartbroken. The fact that their boy is left alone. They've broken their promise. They're dead. And they're shocked that it's been 7 years. And I'm like, somebody say something. Wigan, say that that's their son. Someone say, hey, I'm your son. But no one says anything. And as they were turning around, they said, thank you for saving us. And I'm like, no, is that how they're going to end this? But then the mom realized that's her son. That's their son. And then they have this heart-to-heart moment. and man, I cried. You can tell from the reaction of the beginning of this video, I cried, and that was not the only time I cried in this episode. And that wasn't the only reunion we got to see. We got to see Meo, Motak, and Hana see Chongjul. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Choljong, that's his name. They got to see him again, and it was a nice reunion too. So pretty much after the reunion, we pretty much see the ending of everyone's story. Like with the mayor, you know, obviously when he woke up, he was already in handcuffs. So, and plus, Hanu, he pretty much got all the evidence of the mayor, you know, with killing and all of that from Motak. So he's going to jail, and then we also see him in court. So again, he's in jail. For Taishin and Hangyu, they're in jail. The last thing we see is them in the interrogation room, but obviously they're going to jail. Hangyu is already in jail, so he's already in jail anyway. So, but then we see Motak meeting up with the mayor's former assistant. He said to her, "You turn a blind eye from your friend." He mentioned the number, and then I'm like, yo, she's Youngnim's friend. The one who asked Youngnim to watch her pet. The one who had the evidence of the mayor killing Youngnim. The one who called Motak 7 years ago with that number. I did not see that coming. But then, for her ending, well, first off, she looks so good with her hair down. But anyway, eventually she did turn herself in. So yeah, that's the ending of her story. Then we have a beautiful, sweet, sad moment when Hana and Somun helped his grandparents see Somun's parents again in their dreams. Like, it was such a sweet moment to have them do something special for them, but also it's so sad, you know, like with his parents being dead. Like, again, it's a happy, sad moment. Oh, and also, I also cried when his parents said goodbye to his grandparents, and just seeing his mom and dad walk through the white door, I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, this last episode really made me cry. Oh, and also, let's not forget about Hyokyu, the mayor's son. So apparently he's dropping out of high school, and he apologized to everyone he bullied. You know, he apologized to the 3 guys that he met up. He apologized to Somun and his friends, and he just walked away. So yeah, I mean, for his character, like, I mean, it's that typical character where you see him as a bully and you hate him, but then you see the shit that he has to go through and being neglected by his dad, and you feel bad for him in the ending. I mean, it's pretty typical for a character like that, but it doesn't change the fact that, man, you really feel bad for him. And then 1 month later, the counters are summoned at the Spirit Immigration Office, and they tell them that they're gonna need to patrol the entire country. Like, and they keep trying to convince them, and one of the spirits was like, well, Korea is such a small country, it's gonna be no problem. Yeah, for them, they're not driving around the whole country. And eventually they do drive around. What's funny was that someone was like, well, let's think of it as all of us going on a cross-country trip. I like that idea. And then he gets chased around by them. And then again, yeah, they eventually go on their cross-country, that's a tongue twister for me, a cross-country trip, I should say, you know, with the quotes. And then they fight off evil spirits that the other spirits, you know, neglected. So that's pretty funny. Like, I kind of thought that they were going to end it there and maybe be a hint for season 2. Like, I don't mind that being season 2 of them going around Korea and fighting evil spirits, but I'm afraid that if that is season 2, like if they're going to extend that for season 2, I don't want it to be repetitive, you know? Like, I have a feeling if they're going to make that as season 2, it's just going to be them fighting evil spirits like season 1, but the only difference is that they're going to be around Korea. That's it. So that's kind of repetitive. So if there is a season 2, then I don't mind them going cross country. It's just that, you know, just like add something new to the story. And then fast forward to Jangmu meeting up with the counters, and they get some new suits, looking like men in black, or women in black. People in black? Well, they're wearing suits, and man, they look badass in those suits. In the ending, they were fighting some weak spirits, and I think one of the spirits says, "Oh look, there's a kid. What are you guys, a family?" But then Somun was like, "We're not a family." Kick their asses. We see a montage of pretty much everything we saw throughout the drama, and then he says, "We are uncanny counters," and bam, the end of the drama. Woo! That was so good. Alright, so that was the entire episode. Now my opinion on the drama as a whole. They did a pretty good job telling the story, portraying the characters, having us hate characters, love characters, cry for them, feel bad for them, wanting them to die, or something like that, you know? Like, again, they did a pretty good job. The fight scenes were good. There are some times in the fight scene where I hate it when it's at night, because if you have a fight scene, you want your viewers to see the fight scene. And just to have it, you know, in a dark place, you know, there's like no point to have a fight scene if it's going to be dark and you can barely see it. But that's just my opinion. And one cliche I kind of find funny, but at the same time, it's almost everywhere in K-dramas, and it's the killing of the parents. Like, I've talked about this in another video, and if you guys want to know about that video, you can click on the eye. But it's such a cliche just to kill the parents so the main characters would have a motivation. Like, it's good, but it's been done so much. It's a copy and paste, pretty much. Now, if I were to plan a season 2 for Uncanny Counter, I don't mind adding them going cross-country. I would love to see them fight in their new suits, but I wouldn't base off season 2 as just that. Having go cross-country, fighting evil spirits, that's good. For Chongshin, having him come back, I think that'll be a pretty good idea. Just like add something new to the story and not have season 2 be like a season 1.5. You know what I mean? Like, just like I said before, just having them go cross-country and fighting evil spirits, even stronger ones, you don't want it to be a season 1, just them around the country. You know what I mean? So maybe add in more counters, but add in more counters, but don't add to the point where it takes away from our main counters. You know what I mean? Maybe add in more superiors to the Spirit Immigration Office or something. I'm just throwing ideas out there. So if there is going to be a season 2, I just want something more than just fighting evil spirits to be one of the main plots of season 2. And again, it would be cool if Chongshin would come back. It'll be cool to introduce new counters. I wouldn't be surprised if Somun's friends become counters. I think that'll be pretty cool. I don't mind if the ending of season 2, our main 4 counters become the Spirit Office. Well, the Spirit Immigration Officers, you know? Like, that'll be pretty cool too. So yeah, that's my opinion on the drama as a whole. That's my prediction on season 2 and my thoughts and opinions on the entire episode. But yeah, for those who haven't seen this drama yet, I don't know why you would watch this review if you haven't seen the drama yet, but for some reason, if you click on this video and you want to know my opinion on this drama, I recommend watching it. If you guys started watching it but then drop it, I recommend going back to it, because this is definitely worth your time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed my little reaction at the beginning, and if you guys enjoyed my review, and thank you so much for being on this Uncanny Counter ride with me. Try to say that 5 times fast. Leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.